I don't know if you listen to Philip DeFranco. I think Dan listens to him, right?
I used to.
So he's
You hate him now?
No, I just don't find him. It's not. He doesn't produce the content that I enjoy listening to. So.
Well, the more recent ones, I actually found that I enjoyed more because he likes to address both sides of the story a bit more than other forms of media, right? Like, I think he's a legitimate form of media now. There's a lot of things out there where it's all like left-facing or right-facing, and who cares? Like, just get the facts out, right? Get what is the point of it, right? Like, if someone says something crazy, like if someone says Pewdiepie is a Hitler supporter, like, what are the facts? Like, is he a Hitler supporter? What is the contributing arguments for that, right? And if he is, then I don't know, like, go shit on him all you want then. But there needs to be some kind of like follow-up. So what Philip DeFranco wants to do, actually, because he said it many times, is he wants to actually make a media company now and fight against those like Wall Street Journal companies. They have such an archaic way of doing things now, and they're supposed to be journalists, like you said, right, Dan? But they're not doing what journalists do. They're not fact-checking things. They're not like writing about stuff. They're basically converting themselves to BuzzFeed and writing like really ridiculous articles now.
Yeah, it's more about getting the article out first rather than getting the article correct. And this kind of plays into the Liberal Party as well too. And I think this is one of the greatest downfalls of the Liberal Party and why Trump is so successful. They don't know how to argue back or debate back using facts as well. Mm-hmm. All they do is kind of insult to the other party they're arguing against and like try to make them look stupid rather than debating with valid facts and points. Like, it's super easy to debate the Conservative Party, but the Liberal Party is just so stupid that they just resort to like childish insults and everything.
Well, it's also very hard to, at the moment of debates, when someone says a crazy fact, like imagine like they were having a debate and they're like, cancer is cured, so our party was the one that contributed $9 billion towards it. And it's hard to fact check that at the moment, right? And the Liberal Party can't say anything about that because they don't know whether or not it's true or false. Because if they say like, no, you didn't, and then they did, they're like, oh shit, Liberal Party hates cancer,
right.
Like hates curing cancer, right?
What they'll do instead is be like, yeah, well, you're racist. That's it.
Yeah. But the thing is, like, I feel like they've been backed into a corner where that's all they got now, right? That's all they can do. It's like, what can you do? You don't know what the other person's saying is true or false anymore, right?
Right.
Because the moderators don't give a fuck anymore, right? They just, like, let things go.
But don't you guys think people of this generation are kind of different from older generations?
Millennials?
I guess, yeah.
Because we hate millennials.
Because when we hear a fact, I would assume we just don't believe it just like that. Usually, we just instinctually Google it and find out more about it to see if we should believe it compared to...
I do agree with you. I would assume that we would be like that. And a lot of people are using the internet more resourcefully and trying to find facts. The thing is that there's also this whole other world of millennials that are just online trolls, and they'll be creating fake facts as well too, and everyone just believes it. You can just create fake statistics, and people will share it on Instagram and Facebook and be like, "Oh shit! Like, can you believe this?" and stuff like that, and like people believe it. There's no fact checking in that regard.
I actually think like the opposite area, where I feel like our generation is worse. Like, I feel like if you're in an enclosed area of like intellectuals where everyone's always critically thinking and always like when they read something, they don't go like, oh, it has to be true. Like most Facebook articles, most people that I talk to would ask questions about that, right? But there's a whole other side of the world, I think, that we're not exposed to, that will read it, immediately click the share button and be like, can you believe this asshole is doing this? And like, and then they'll never actually read it, right? Because they'll just read the headlines and that's it.
Yeah.
The thumbnail is all they need.
And a lot of times, even when there is incorrect information and stuff like that, people are sometimes afraid to call anybody out because they don't want to be the one that's wrong, even though they feel like they are right.
No one wants to do the research, right?
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, nobody really speaks up.
And also, not just the research. I think there's this thing where if a meme is so beautifully written, even though it's false, you don't want to ruin that artwork, kind of, by supplying it with the real information. There's a little bit of that in it, too.
Yeah, so the world is basically full of some trolls.
Okay.
Yeah. Hi, guys. Thanks for watching this highlight clip.
If you want to hear the full podcast, click on the right.
But if you want to see another highlight video, click to the left.
And hit the icon in the middle to subscribe to our channel for updates.